Hey, you guys, day 20 or 21 of the extended fast. I don't even know anymore. I've kind of lost track and I'm okay with that. I just thought I would pop on here and give some updates of what's going on day 20 or 21. So, this fast has been so much different than any other one I've done, in that in the past ones, I feel like I was more focused on the health pieces, still healing a lot of the autoimmune stuff and just really focused on that. This fast has been more about this stuff and this stuff and this stuff, this inner stuff. It's been an opportunity to notice that all of the beliefs and the conditioning that loop, because the body is so focused on those five senses, which are perpetuated with food. If you think about it, how much we correlate to going out to eat or events. The mind is always shuffling, even if we're not consciously aware of what it's doing, in some need to understand and grasp this food thing. Eating, breaking down of the foods, how we feel after we eat, how we feel when we sleep because of the foods we ate, et cetera, et cetera. But it's not just about food. It's also about what I've been doing differently with this awareness. So I'll say a little bit more about that. And I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it. There hasn't been an interest in really exploring much outside of silence, unless I've been working or traveling and I'm engaging in those activities. Otherwise, there's this real interest in being peaceful in the silence, being with that oneness. And as the lens has gotten clearer, the psychic goggles have expanded the piece of me that sees. It as though I used to look out this way, and this is what I saw. And then as I got into the fast, I'm looking out this way, and this is what I'm seeing. And now into days 20-ish, I feel as though I'm looking at it from above. And there's no beginning or end. It's just boundless, like a bird peeking from the sky above and seeing it all. I now understand why so many religions and spiritual practices mention fasting. And I know a lot of them don't do it to this extreme. However, I am just getting into the space of this that is cultivating this exact clarity. So I'm super pumped about that. And that's what I'm noticing. The lens is crisper. It's a wide angle now instead of a tiny little purview or preview. And there's far less need to understand anything. There's just this acceptance of all of it. So who knows if I'll stop at day 33. Right now, that is what I'm speaking to. But as I'm navigating this beautifully, and there's no narrative about feeling unwell, and all of the things that I'm taking on board to keep my electrolytes up and my magnesium and my potassium good, all of the things I'm doing for my skin and for the toxins to keep things flowing out of the body. I said this early on and I say it again, and it's not to be gross, but our bodies are constantly disposing of waste. And as old visceral fat or toxins are released, there's a way that it has to get out of the body, obviously. But it fascinates me that this far into it, there's still the need to have that level of bathroom exercise still going on at least once a day. It's fascinating to me. It tells me that our body knows. It is a well-oiled machine that knows what to do with all of the toxins and the wastes and the things that are no longer serving us when we get out of the way, when we're willing to just be the vessel and not have a bunch of narrative about how it's happening. I always put this caveat in these videos while I've been sharing in this vlog way that I do not recommend anyone to try and dive into an extended fast like this without building up to it. I started this in 2017. I've done an extended fast every year, if not one, a few. And I've learned, adjusted for my body type, for my body. And I am not here to give anyone health advice or recommendations, but I did start the journey to heal autoimmune conditions. And after I did that, I realized how much I loved a fasted state. Again, for the spiritual piece and just this connectivity to the body, which is why I've kept it going. I fast in some way every day, even when I'm not doing these extended fasts. If it's an 18-6 or a 1 meal a day or an every other day approach to fasting, I'm always mixing it and blending it. And again, I just love the way I feel when I'm in that fasted state. Now, many of you have referenced noticing an anti-aging component to this. And yes, absolutely. Our bodies are going to age with toxins. It just makes absolute sense. Can that be reversed? I'm living proof that it can. I'm living proof that skin tags can be absorbed. I'm living proof that disease in the body can go into remission. I'm living proof that loose skin after weight loss can reabsorb. All of those things have happened in my experience. The level of thyroid disease that I had caused me to put on an exorbitant amount of weight at one stage, almost 80 pounds higher than I should have been. A lot of it in my thyroid area, my neck, my upper back, and visceral fat around my organs, some of the most dangerous places to carry that extra weight. That's all gone now. And that is just from fasting. I don't put fillers in my skin. I don't get Botox. I don't judge others who do that, but because I've had autoimmune diseases, I will never put anything in my body that could flare those back up. Not intentionally. And I'm off all processed foods and sugar and have been since 2017. That is ongoing. That doesn't change when I'm feasting. I am very clean in the way that I eat. And I tend to lean more towards what I call a carnivore diet. Now, this upsets some people who don't appreciate animal proteins, but do some research on autoimmune diseases and blood types, and you will find, just as the cavemen did, there are certain body types that only thrive on proteins. If I eat a big, beautiful salad, it may taste so marvelous to me without question, but I bloat, I get gas, I have distension, I have discomfort. That's my body specifically. Fruits, beans, tofu, all those things cause me to bloat and be in horrible pain. They flare my autoimmune up. I had to discover that moving more towards a carnivore way of eating is absolutely the way for me. I do it as humanely as possible, and I do grass-fed, grass-finished from a butcher, and I am very conscientious about the way I approach this. It may not line up for you, and I'm not pushing this on anyone. I'm only sharing what I do. I think that's all I wanted to share on this day. It's been quite a journey. I will keep going. I'll report as much as I feel comfortable doing. I've tried to do vlogs almost every day. I haven't been successful to do them every day, but I am loving the journey. And for those of you that continue to follow along and offer support, love, and feedback, if this is causing you to look at your life a little differently, regardless of how that lines up for you, find your path. Don't try to repeat mine. Listen to your body. Listen to this vessel. This avatar will guide you. And just know that we are each unique in this. It is N does not equal 1 in fasting. It's a very unique experience. But I hope that you're at least learning some things through me. Now, the final thing I was going to wrap up with today, when I shared recently that I have certain things that I do daily, and the nutrients and the supplements that I take, I neglected to talk about one of my absolute favorites, which is castor oil. So this is the castor oil that I choose to use with this weird green screen. It sometimes causes things to disappear. So I'm going to sit very still for a minute on that. This one is 100% pure, hexene-free, extra virgin, expeller pressed, organic golden castor oil made by Queen of the Thrones. It is my absolute favorite. It comes in an amber glass bottle, and that's important. You don't want castor oil in plastic. It will pull out the toxins in that plastic, and then you put it in your body. This is one of the most incredible gifts from the gods of heavens that's been around forever and ever. It is very thick. It is so good for us. Now, how I use it, it is a treatment for my skin. It is a treatment for my scalp and my hair. It's a treatment that I put on my body, and it is a treatment for my liver and expunging the toxins from my body. So I will tend to put on a wrap with oil underneath it. And I have a beautiful one that I love that actually has a heating pad in it. So I can have the wrap on the front or on my back if I'm using this to work on areas of my body that I'm healing. So I tend to get backaches because I'm heavier at the top and I'm only 5'4". And so castor oil on my spine with that heat pad is just delicious. It's what I do at night. I'll get into my bed and I'll put my castor oil on my skin, in my hair, on my face, and then I will just wrap myself in beautiful lavender in the heating pad and get into my cozy bed and meditate. I will tell you, you need to work up to this as well. Castor oil will do exactly what it's supposed to in ridding the toxins. So when I first got it, I literally put some on my lips and my face, and I went to do some work. Within 5 minutes, I had to go to the restroom because it literally triggers that response in the body. So be aware of that. Some people actually ingest castor oil. I do not. I use it externally only. I haven't researched ingesting it because I haven't needed to for any reason. I find that the external use of it is more than enough for what I need right now. And it definitely is a healing tool that I love. You will notice I'm all about the natural ways of healing. Once you've lived with multiple autoimmune diseases, triggers are something you don't ever want to have happen again. So dry brushing and lymphatic brushing and adrenal rubs and all of these natural ways are my modalities for healing. And they're the things that I share. but I will never judge another for a different type of a path. We're each doing what we need to for our bodies. I think that was all I was going to share today. So anyway, I'll put this in the description below. I get mine from Amazon. This bottle lasts a really long time. You can put it on your eyebrows, your eyelashes. If you're losing your hair, you rub it into your scalp. If your hairline is starting to pull back, you rub it into your hairline. It will help regrow all of that. And it's a pretty amazing natural product that I highly recommend. I hope that helps. I hope these are still informative to you guys. I enjoy making them because I have a record and a vlog of what I've done on this extended fast, so that when I do the next one, I can reflect again, like a journal, of what came out at each stage. So being well into the 20 of 33 days, I feel phenomenal. I feel phenomenal. Now, there are people who have gone years without eating. I don't intend to do that, but I don't know if I'm going to finish at 33. We'll see. Much love. Until next time. Hope this was helpful to you. Have an amazing, amazing day.